A star is being born right in front of our eyes. Now, after the huge 40-point night for Wemby, the nation has been talking about the third-year phenom, and rightfully so. Wemby looks primed for an MVP season. But while the national spotlight is on Wemby, my attention is on another future star of the NBA. We will get into that in this video and why the future is bright for one particular Spur. But first, before we get into that, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that doorbell to be notified every single time we post. I am your host, Bryan Colbert, here to give a little more reaction to the Spurs' big win last night over the Dallas Mavericks. Now, Keenan and Josh did an excellent job hitting the main points of the game. But one thing I wanted to hit on before the day ends, because you know there's a lot to be excited about, was one Stephon Castle and how great he looked in that game. I think we all knew that all eyes would be on Wemby last night. But I said it in the pregame. This game was a perfect game for a guy like Stephon Castle to get off. We knew De'Aaron Fox wouldn't be playing. We knew the Dallas guards were suspect. At the time that we did the video, we didn't even know that Cooper Flagg would be starting at the point guard. But that shows you how rough it is over in Dallas as far as their guards are concerned. So I said this would be one of those games where I want to see Stephon Castle be aggressive. I want to see him take advantage of all the extra time, all the extra usage, because we understand that once De'Aaron Fox gets back on that court, Castle's duties change a lot. His role changes a lot. So I wanted to see him make the most of this particular role right here and what he was going to be able to do in this role with the ball in his hands more, really playing that point guard spot. Because we have to imagine when Fox is back, Stephon Castle will be playing off the ball a lot more. And you know what? I asked him to be aggressive. I asked him to get off to a hot start. And that's exactly what he did. I had huge expectations for Castle coming into this game, and he did not disappoint. If anything, he's exceeded my expectations, dropping 22 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists in 29 minutes, and was efficient. 8 for 12, only shot 1 for the 3. But again, when you're playing the way he's playing, you don't need to take a lot of 3-point shots. And it wasn't just what he did on the offensive end of the ball. Defensively, he just looked good. 2 steals in the game and just is a presence out there. At 6'6", his frame makes it hard for him to guard on the offensive side, and it makes him hard for him to score on the other end. I think the challenge of having to guard Flagg should have been a very, very tough challenge for him. However, it wasn't. He made Flagg's night really, really tough. Like, Flagg got most of his buckets off of Castle. Like, it wasn't him scoring on Castle, and Flagg still has the size advantage over Castle, but that is one thing that I think allows you to play 3 guards at one point for the Spurs, which I think we're hoping to see with Harper, Fox, and Castle. But that size, that length, his ability to be able to guard bigger guys, I think that's something that we didn't talk about enough in the offseason, and it's something I was very excited to see on display with him guarding Cooper Flagg. Like, we know Stephon Castle knew the moment. We knew he understood what it was to be playing in this game. Cooper Flagg, the #1 picks game, right? Like, this was his game, right? All eyes were on Cooper Flagg to see what he did. And Stephon Castle made it a rough night for Cooper Flagg, and it really was all about Wemby, but Stephon Castle as well, because to me, we know what Wemby's going to do. We know that all defenses are going to be focused on him. He is going to be the game plan for most defenses. So you need other guys to step up. And we know what we're going to get out of Fox. We know he's a borderline all-star. But when you have a year 2 guy in Stephon Castle who's coming off the Rookie of the Year, he is integral to any type of success, long-term success at least, for the San Antonio Spurs. Stephon Castle and Wemby are going to be a tandem, and it showed it last night. We got a glimpse of what that tandem could look like and how well they can play together. And as great as these two have looked on offense, again, their strength, their superpower is on the defensive end, and that makes them even more scary. That makes a team like that team you want to see playing. And I just love the attitude and aggression that Stephon Castle plays with. I love the tenacity. He looks confident. He never looks shook out there. He stays poised. If there's one thing I need to see more of from him, is a higher free throw percentage. Like, I need to see him hit more free throws. He ended up being 5 for 10, but it felt like he was just missing free throws all night. And honestly, a lot of our guys were missing free throws. He cleans that up. This is easily a 30-point night. Like that hitting those free throws could have turned into 27 points, flirting with 30. That's beautiful right there. We love that. So it still wasn't a flawless game for Stephon Castle, but let me tell you, he looked great. I love seeing him be out there. Again, I think he's somebody that is very, very important to the success of this team. And I think Spurs fans should be extremely excited about what Castle can do. And honestly, if he keeps playing like this with the ball in his hand, it is going to be very interesting to see how Mitch Johnson uses these rotations moving forward, how he allows these other guys to get the ball in their hands as well. Because when you have a guy like this that is truly doing it on both ends, that plays basketball the right way, that is strong, that gets to the line, that does all the things, it's hard to not want the ball in his hands when the ball's not in Wemby's hands. It's hard not to trust him to get the ball in Wemby's hands at the right time. I think he definitely has to develop as a playmaker, and I think that is why De'Aaron Fox will, of course, be the main point guard when he gets back. He'll be the primary ball handler when he gets back. However, Castle continues to grow. Castle continues to become this player that we've seen in these, season in a game. We all have to be excited about that. I'm seeing superstar. I truly am seeing star. Stephon Castle could be a star in this league. Is he going to be an all-star this year? Probably not. However, year 3, 4, and 5, you really might have yourself an all-star on your hands because of what he can do on both sides of the ball. He looks so impressive. Spurs Digest fans, let us know, how impressed were you with our guy Stephon Castle? Again, it's very, very easy to be excited about Wemby. Let me tell you, I am so excited about what we saw from Victor. However, I didn't want the day to go past without giving love to Stephon Castle and what he was able to do. Again, having to guard a guy like Cooper Flagg, who's much bigger than him, who's on his debut. Stephon Castle understood that moment. He understood that all eyes were on Cooper Flagg, and he rose to the occasion. Stephon Castle is a dog. He is somebody I love having on this team, and he is somebody that you all should be very, very excited about. Let us know how excited you are in the comments. Yes, we love what Wemby did, but what Stephon Castle did was phenomenal as well. These two are going to go far in this league. These two are going to be paired together for a long time. I truly think Stephon Castle is an all-star caliber player, and we will see that from him. We saw a glimpse of that last night. Imagine Stephon Castle and Victor being able to be all-stars together for years to come, much like we saw Tony Parker and Tim Duncan hold it down. We could really be seeing that again, and to me, it's just truly something special. Seeing what Stephon Castle does on that court at such a young age is truly special, man. Building off of a rookie of the year and looking to take his skills right to the top. I'm telling y'all, we're looking at a star in the making, and we are going to be seeing that tomorrow when our Spurs take on the Pelicans. That's right, our Spurs are taking on the Pelicans, and I will be dropping a video early tomorrow giving you a pregame all about how we can beat the Pelicans. So make sure you stay tuned to that. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that doorbell to be notified every single time we post. I am your host, Bryan Colbert, and this is Spurs Digest. We just here to give the young man Stephon Castle his flowers.